Hello and welcome to the University of Law. In today's video I am reviewing the 8th of March Strange Chemistry. This was quite a nice surprise. I know they do an 8th of March release every year. They've done something to commemorate International Women's Day each year. But this one was released quite shortly before it was released, which was intriguing, and it was great to see that we got the 4th Doctor in it. I think it's the first time we've had a Doctor in the box set since the 7th Doctor was in the first one. This was a really fun box set full of lots of potential. So as always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through the stories as I unbox the product. So we've got Missy here on the side. We've got this, as I keep saying, I'm loving at the moment the way they're doing the lettering on the top. On the back we have got blurb and Ghost of Alchemy is the first story by Louise Jameson, who obviously plays Leela. She's been behind this story. And then Fairies at the Bottom of the Garden by Carissa Hamilton Bannis. Both stories directed by Helen Goldwyn. As always, it's an International Women's Day release, and it features women both in front of and behind the camera, so to speak, because it's more the mic. As always with these releases, we've got the same artwork, etc. in here, except it's in plastic rather than on the slipcover. So let's get it open. Right, well here we've got disc 1, which is The Ghost of Alchemy, part 1 and 2. It is an advert for the first volume of 8th of March Adventures. I've really enjoyed this story. It's one of those things that Big Finish does so well, which is to tell you about figures in history that you didn't know much about. Obviously, I'd heard about our historical figure in question, Marie Curie. However, I didn't know an awful lot about her. I know my wife's a big fan of her as a scientist, but I didn't know much about her as a historical figure, so I felt I learnt about it. And obviously, in the behind the scenes features, they also did the historical figure justice, because stuff that they couldn't include historically, which was historically accurate, they did discuss in the special features, like about her daughter accompanying her on her trip to America. So I'm glad that I learnt both through the story but also through the behind the scenes footage. That was really intriguing as well, just lovely to listen to and to learn from, really. But it was a solid story that you learnt from and enjoyed and got an idea of this character. But also I did get kind of vibes from some of the first Doctor adventures with David Bradley, where it had that feel of some of the stories there set in America. It did feel like it did evoke the era and location really well, I thought. So definitely thanks to all who were involved in the direction of the story and in the sound design. Also we got our booklet here as well. Just got our little front cover and pictures of the cast and blurbs and cast list, etc. Moving on, we have got disc 2, which is The Ghost of Alchemy. We're now on to parts 3 and 4. And finally, we've got our 2-part story. I say 2-part, it was one long episode, but it's our final story on the disc, the shorter story, Fairies at the Bottom of the Garden. Notably, this is the first full cast appearance of Amy Pond in a audio drama. Obviously, Karen Gillan is currently in Hollywood making Marvel films, etc. But what we've got here is Karen Gillan's cousin, who obviously originated. Well, she was the original actor of Amy Pond, to be honest. She played Amelia Pond in the very opening scenes of 11th Hour, and here she's reprising the role as a sort of in between Amy, not quite Amelia, not quite the Amy that we know yet, but certainly played the part fantastically. And yeah, I thought it was a really good idea, a really solid idea, to kind of have that adventure of Amy while she's still kind of going through that transition from being young Amy to old Amy, but also going through all that turmoil of, having had the Doctor land in her life and just be absent for so long. And obviously Missy's there to exploit it, and wonderfully played by Michelle Gomez. as always. And here we've got the advert for last year's release as well. So there we have it. So that was the 8th of March, Strange Chemistry, the 2023 entry for their 8th of March releases. I enjoyed both stories, and I'd love to see more of Caitlin Blackwood as Amy, because I know it's going to be a while before we ever see Karen Gillan, but I certainly thought she did a marvellous job, and as I said, she is, when you think about it, the original actress of Amy, really. But what did you think? Did you enjoy this box set? Thinking ahead to 2024, which female characters from the world of Doctor Who would you love to see leading another 8th of March box set? Do let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.